Shreveport City Councilman Willie Bradford is here. Mr. Willie, we were talking about in the first segment about the spate, the growing violence in Shreveport, and I think you said, correct me if I'm wrong, that we have yet to identify the problem. And I was thinking, isn't the problem just people shooting each other? What's more complex about it than that, and what should we do?
Well, those are symptoms I see. I mean, there are some serious problems that leads to that. That's a part of why are we having these random and these issues that regarding, again, they're coming from different sectors of the community. But I'm saying again that when I say that the reality is that we have not sat down and ascertained the causes, the probable causes of some of these issues. We have not included poverty. We have not included education. We have not included a lot of these things. I'm talking about where we see the chronic issues are, and that is amongst African Americans. But there are other issues that are also not being addressed. But we come at this time, everybody seems to be more interested in finding blame than they are in looking at solutions to some of these that they perceive as the root causes, but they may not necessarily be the root causes.
Mr. Willie, how do you address a situation where you have a growing, to use your lexicon, a growing subculture where out-of-wedlock birth is more and more accepted and education is rejected? How do you deal with that?
Well, see, in our community, I think Shreveport is small enough that we can collectively come together and look at and understanding that that's the case. We understand that that's the case. So we cannot come up with these superficial responses and thinking that's going to solve the problem. Again, I'm saying that we'll talk about let's pray about it. Let's blame the police. Let's blame government. And regardless of what we do and who we blame, until our actions, a lot of people want change, but nobody want to change. But whatever the outcome's going to be in Shreveport, it's going to have to be by our action. Prayer certainly is a best guide, but we get through praying, we're going to have to do something meaningful that's going to address this problem. It ain't going to be a cure. It's not a panacea, but we're going to have to institute some methods and some approaches that will at least bring comfort to the people. The people that I'm speaking to, they have some high anxiety regarding what's going on, but yet we don't want to change our lifestyle to make it better.
What does that mean? I'm sorry. What does that mean?
I mean, we're going to have to get out of our comfort zone, Robert. We're going to have to. Let me give an example real quick regarding the black church, for instance. I mean, we still doing the same old, and it's the black community that's more affected by some of this spirituality void, some of this criminal activity. But we want to pray about it, but we don't want to bring kids in and mentor them in the afternoon. We don't want to do things that will give them some hope and some understanding and create some values within their lifestyle. They right around the corner. We can get out of our comfort zone and start doing things that will substitute and be surrogates for the absence of fathers and absence of the values and mothers that happen even in the school system. These kids are at school. They see these kids have a problem in their academic achievement. Why don't they fashion programs that would address it? The parenting problem is not going to be solved. 75% of young people are from single parents' home, mothers with multiple kids. How is it going to be solved? Complaining about that, like when I was a kid, I was raised like this. That's over. So we're going to have to institute new ideas and new methods in dealing with this society and to avoid continuing growing this subculture that I spoke about. And I spoke to some of these guys on Sunday. I'm telling you, they feel we're thinking way beyond some of these guys. They have no inkling of what values are. All they want to do is survive to the next day.